Okay, y'all. I got these socks from We Be Subbing. It's here and it's right here on the socks. It's a black-owned business. It's in Dallas, Texas, or maybe Irving is what you'll call it. But either way, I'm going to make a jig for this. I got my 110-pound cardstock. So if you've seen my video, you know what's going on here. I'm just gonna figure out the width. So I never cut this way because typically I'm gonna have more than 8.5 by, well, 8.5 inches this way. So I bring my jig at least to here. At least to here. Let me get in a spot where I can do it. And so you're just gonna need your cardstock or whatever little paper that you're using. You could use poster board if you want, but and scissors, obviously. Okay. So because we wanted to stretch out some, I'm gonna really say to, let's say right here. Go ahead and hit it. And for one sock, you're gonna use two. So one sheet of paper per sock. Just gonna keep it wide and see. So I could literally just do the same thing for this other side. And that here. Again. So 2 and 2. Okay. So, this might be a big stretch, but what we do is kind of roll it. Well, if you've seen this, you know that we kind of gather. And you need to decide which way you want your sock to go. Do you want your design on the front or side to side? I want to do some, well, babe, you think socks look better side to side, like left side, right side, or front back? Because that's what I need to decide. If I want the inch to go right here, like in the front, coming up from your leg, or if you want to just catch the side view, you know, boom, boom. Which one do you think?
Well, you did my socks toward that. So maybe it's the other way. You were saying side to side.
Like this? Okay, that's all I need. I don't give a doggone about Nike. Okay, so we're gonna go side to side. And that would give me like a good shoe pick. I'm gonna already take this down a little bit because I just feel like it's gonna be too wide. Okay, so like church, like pantyhose, just gather, 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 gather. And with him saying he wanted side to side, gather and just put this a little bit rolled. Bring it in and make sure it's below this part because these edges will snag your sock. So with it in here, open it up. And then Okay. Okay. So with this being a large sock, I have it I have it here. But bring it down as much as you can. And now that you have it and have decided which way to go, flatten it out to make sure you know your lines are pretty much going from here to straight up. Like this is a little warped, but that's fine because I'm just straightening it up. If you can tell, my lines were all going that way. Let's go for twisting them around and getting them straight. So doing it on one side in turn pretty much does it on the other side. So I like to have them stretched up high as much as possible, but also having about this much. So you can stretch. I think that's pretty good. It's got enough leg stretch. And that's what matters. That's the whole point of a jig, because if you do it small, once you get a foot in there, it's going to stretch. So, same thing. I think my size is still pretty good. Now, same thing. If you haven't seen this, you get your hands like this and get ready to put your thumbs inside. So open it up and then gather, grab with your thumb, gather, grab with your thumb, gather, grab with your thumb. Again, this prevents snagging, and when you press, you want your sock to pretty much be like straight out of the pack. So now that I have that with my curve, kind of curve it and insert. Again, past the sock part, because you don't want it to snag. So with that in mind, let's see, make sure if you're going side to side or if you're laying it flat like this is where you factor in your design and you choose which way you're going to have it. Really, you should probably choose before you gather everything, but that's cool. So doing this is again showing you how things could snag. So just carefully get your jig outside of it. Okay, see how much is in here? Let's take some out, and because the jig part really matters for our press area, which is the white. And I didn't have to overly twist right here. This is going that way. Just kind of twist it back using the same roll process that we do when we are going to our next side. Let me make sure, check and make sure my image is printed. I was really just coming on here to show y'all that part, because that is 100% how you make your your DIY sock jig. And right here I moved my jig too high up, and you see how that just kind of creates problems. So just bring it down in here. So now we can get to the pressing, and you can make sure your stuff is lined up by seeing, or the seams going up in a straight line. When you make your own jig, you don't want to, forget that fact. So anyways, y'all, thank y'all for watching. This is a quick in and out tutorial for those who still didn't gather the process of making your own jig. This is it. That literally took 10 minutes because I'm trying to explain and all that, but it takes no time once you keep practicing. But anyways, y'all, I hope this is helpful. I'll holla.